Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy, YBP Gang, YBP Nation, YBP Boxing, YBP MMA, coming at y'all with TUF episode 11, season 31, review, recap, all that type of stuff. What a great fight, first of all. Episode started off with Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler in the ice bath, answers trivia questions. Pretty fun there. Each fighter was like the winner of the team. Whoever, won the competition got $1,500 each, so that added some stakes to it. Seemed somewhat important, it was just really just for fun, giggles, all that type of stuff. And then obviously the weigh-in, they got a moment with families, call back, nothing too crazy, but what really made this episode special was the actual fights, or the fight, Kurt Hollabaugh versus Jason Knight. We see in the first round, Kurt Hollabaugh rocks Jason Knight bad. But Jason Knight just keeps fighting back, man. He was like, just so tough in there, man. The durability out there, the crazy chin. Even when he did get stopped in the second round, it was almost like it was against his will. It went down, like, he just didn't, his body kind of just went down, you know what I mean? You could see mentally, like, and throughout the whole fight, he was constantly talking, he was saying stuff. There was even like a moment in the fight where, like, I think, what's his name? Mark Smith, I think, said something about, like, keep him up or something. He was like, huh? So he was like he was talking a lot, man. He was like really aware of this round. I think that's really cool about the Apex environment, is that all the shots you could hear them. It was like, it actually kind of, it put into perspective a little bit, like what was going on in that ring, man. Like all of Kurt Hollabaugh's shots were landed. It seemed like he was just in a flow state at some point. Don't get me wrong, he did get hit with some shots by Jason Knight. Jason Knight was game, you know what I mean? But it just seemed like anything you can do, I could do better, on the Jason Knight side, or no, on the Kurt Hollabaugh side. Just a breakout performance, nice performance. Very good fight for as long as it lasted. Really impressed with what, Jason Knight did. And Kurt Hollabaugh. I keep thinking Kurt Hollabaugh, Jason Knight. But yeah, I don't really got too much to talk about the episode, man. It was just a great fight. Like I said, first round, back and forth pretty much. He got knocked down. Not Jason Knight. Kurt Hollabaugh. Kurt knocked down Jason Knight in the first round. But, I mean, the heart on Jason Knight, man, it's just something to behold, going out there, just continuing to get back up. I loved his heart. I loved his desire. I wish he could almost get a contract, man. And after the fight, he didn't cry. He didn't get all emotional about it. He was like, I prayed before. I prayed before all this happened, that I do my best, he does his best, and the winner comes out on top, so just a humble, stand-up guy. Definitely someone I want to root for in the future with all his endeavors in life. Just humble guy, just someone you want to see succeed. And Kurt Hollabaugh as well, class act, after the fight, held his opponent's hand up. He was like, he said, there's no loser. There's no loser here. Just both, class from both guys, I want to see both of them succeed, guys like that, not guys who are like, after you share the ring with someone, you go, you really go distance, or you have a war with someone, like, it's just that newfound respect for someone. Like, damn, you took my best punches, I took your best punches. We're both warriors out there at the end of the day. We're both fighters competing in a sport that we love, adore, and cherish. We went out there, we did that thing, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you got to respect that. Another man stepping in the ring with you, putting on the gloves, taking your punches, like I said, and giving them right back, So where the opponent, Kurt Hollabaugh was, Jason Knight was, at some point it was getting kind of egregious, like he was taking a pretty bad beating. Jason Knight was, but it always felt like he was in the fight, but he was out of it, though. He was in it, but he was just a step behind a little bit, and eventually the knees, the punches, like I said, when he fell to the ground, like he didn't fall like a sack of potatoes. Like, it was almost like he was against his will. Like, he really didn't want to fall down. He didn't want to give up. He wanted to keep going. He wanted to keep the action up. But his body just kind of gave out, you know what I mean? Took too many shots, and then, that was that. History is history. It is what it is, It's kind of how Jason Knight just took it on the chin like he did for a lot of this fight and moved on, after the fact, So for Kurt Holobaugh, I'm not, I don't even know. It's bantamweight, so I think he's fighting. Yeah, I'm tripping. I don't really know why I thought it was bantamweight. I went to check back to see what it was. It's actually lightweight. So that really adds up. So that means that the winner of Roosevelt Roberts and Austin Hubbard's gonna be fighting Kurt Holobaugh, and obviously we know the winner of that was Austin Hubbard. Not the most exciting fight, but part of that's technicality, them knowing each other. I talked about that episode. If you guys want to check that out, episode 9 review. Didn't really like that episode. Really pessimistic from then on, but the episodes have been picking up since then. As far as that matchup goes, I think I would, recency bias obviously has to take into account. With this matchup, I mean, just saw Kurt Holobaugh put a beating on Jason Knight. I think I would maybe. It's a close fight. Hubbard's pretty. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I go with Kurt Holobaugh. He hits pretty hard. I don't know. It would be a pretty evenly matched fight. I don't really know in which direction I would lean. And then, we don't know what the other side of the bracket is for bantamweight brackets. Hona's left. He'll be fighting the winner of Rico DeShulo or Cody Gibson. Yeah, I think Cody Gibson should come on the matchup. I think Rico DeShulo's consensus like the worst guy. Even though he did, that's still a knockout. He's just not on the level of these other guys. So, but I think Brad Katona beats both those guys. He showed levels in that matchup. He shows that he knows how to win, and in the UFC he can make a pretty big splash. Start back where he left off. 2-time TUF champion, be a big storyline, and yeah, that's all I really got for y'all today. A good fight. Obviously, shout out to Kurt Holobaugh. Shout out to Jason Knight. Good war, good respect from both warriors, and that's all I really got for y'all today. Leave a like on the video, subscribe. Peace out, Moscow. You already know what it is.